Intel, and brought to you by Nordwind Gaming and ESL. Now, we're sorry for the delays, but we're here now. And joining me is Angela, the lovely Angela. And the first game is going to be Clash Royale.
Yes, and it's going to be played against Arpan and Deepak Mehudi Mehta. So let's quickly see who these are two amazing
Yeah,
players are.
sure. I know we're running a little bit late, so we're going to go straight into the player introduction. So let's look at Arpan first. That was Arpan for you, and he's going to be playing against Mehudi. So let's take a look at him. And that was Mehudi for you. So Angela, what are
Yeah.
your thoughts on these two players?
Okay, so Arpan, as of now, he sits on top of the leaderboard. He's doing pretty fine for himself. He's only taken one loss, and that also to one of the upcoming players, Seth. He is going against Mehudeep Deepak, who's from Chennai, and as I know, as of now, he sits very low on the leaderboard. He's for the 9th or the 10th slot.
Ooh.
He's not taken a single victory to himself, but I know his favorite card is a 3 Bandit. I'm going to cut him some slack because recently he did tell us that he had taken a short break from Clash Royale and come back, so he's just getting used to the meta, I would say. If you look at the two players, as of now, their bans have been Arpan's going to ban out the 3 Musketeers, which is one of Mehu's main cards. And Deepak Mehta has gone ahead and banned the Pekka, which Arpan has been owning with in the past 4 games that he's played.
Yeah. I really like this new ban thing that we've come up with. It forces players to think out of the box, right?
Definitely.
And we see different cards. I remember Gola as well as Gotham casting, and they were so surprised to see a certain amount of cards on the
Yeah.
deck. Like they're like, "What is this? We've never seen people use this, right?"
Correct.
So it's nice. I think that's exciting. So without wasting too much time, let's go straight into the game. Your caster is going to be Manoj Super Gola.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the first game of Clash Royale. Unfortunately, you guys weren't able to hear my sweet, sweet voice, but that's okay though. But that's okay though. What we're going to do right now is we're going to watch the second game because we already saw the first game. Arpan actually managed to get a 3-crown victory over Mehudi. After Mehudi has given us quite a string of boohoo emotes coming out from him. Like, I think he must have spammed that button maybe 30, 40, or 50 times, and I feel his pain. You know, we've had a couple of technical issues before the stream began, which is why we are a little late. And then we just had something else done. Like, I casted my heart out for the first game because it was so exciting. Like, Mehudi banned the P.E.K.K.A, Arpan banned the Three Musketeers. And I was about to say that Mehudi may have made a mistake by panning the P.E.K.K.A instead of the Giant. And Arpan just proved my point. So let's see if game 2 is any different and Mehudi can come back from this. Maybe Mehudi is going to start taking better decisions. I don't know. We'll see. And here we are in game 2. And looks like Mehudi has learnt his lesson, has now switched to a chip damage deck with a Goblin Heart, Poison and Minor. While Arpan has stuck to the Giant and Twin Prince push deck with a Poison Kicker. Looking at the decks that these guys have right now, I think the type advantage should go to Arpan, right? Although Mehudi has a rocket, it's going to be really, really hard to place the rocket perfectly, as one would say, because not only does he have to hit the Giant, he also has to first disable the Dark Prince's shield and catch all three of them under the rocket for him to be able to successfully stop the push, because even if he kills only one unit or damages only two of them, the push is not stopped, right? Because both the princes have a lot of HP and they can just whack the tower down. The normal prince with his jousting barbershop quartet wala lance that's rotating like a drill, and the dark prince with his mace. See, this is what happens when you lag out, I'm guessing. Because Mehudi's been bleeding elixir since forever. He has a rocket ready and he's done nothing to defend this. What is going on? I think he has disconnected, but unfortunately for him, GG Nori. So yeah, 2-0 in favor of Arpan right now. Arpan grabbing another easy 3-crown victory off of Mehudi's disconnect. So unfortunately for him, the pressure is really, really on Mehudi right now. And we'll just have to wait and see if Mehudi succumbs to the pressure, or if Arpan, for some lame ass reason, is not able to capitalize on it. Because I know I might be only speaking for myself, but I think I am speaking for everybody here when I say if Arpan actually loses this matchup, he is going to bring great shame upon the house of ESL. Because, come on, you're 2-0 up, you're the champion, you're the one who should be putting pressure onto your enemy. And having said that, here we are in game 3. And wow, so Mehudi has switched to a Lava Loon deck, I'm guessing, while Arpan has said, yeah, this deck is really working out for me. I think I'm going to keep playing this deck. Yeah, and he lets go of the Dark Prince. Like, guys, seriously, I'm right now calling it the Dark Knight because Gautam calls it the Dark Knight, and every time I have to correct him, and I have nobody here in production to correct me. So poison from Arpan takes care of the minion horde, and now the giant is just free to punch the tower down, and that's exactly what he's going to do. We see a goblin barrel coming out from Mehudi, manages to do a bit of damage to the tower while the lava hound was tanking for it. But now that the lava hound is destroyed and the tower is still sitting pretty at 18-14 HP, I think Arpan again has a huge advantage going into this game. I mean, Mehudi has managed to make a nice push, catching Arpan off guard and not having enough elixir to put down the poison straight away in order to defend his tower. Now it's sitting at 1282 HP, but we have just over 90 seconds left on the match, and Mehudi has to try really hard and outwit one of the most unoutwittable persons in the ESL Premiership in order to save this matchup. Yeah, Eve is right there, destroys basically the entire minion horde, stopping Mehudi's pushes in its tracks. He did manage to get off a few hits off onto the tower, bringing it down to 890 HP, but again, a tower that's alive is a tower that's not dead. Sounds very basic, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so before the game is over, since we are in double elixir time, this might actually be the last game. I just want to shout out to our sponsors, Omen by HP, Intel, HyperX, Red Bull, and of course us at Nordwind Gaming, who bring these wonderful esports to you live every day. at 1800 hours. So yeah, this we are looking at what might be the last push that Arpan needs to do, because one more hit from the knight. Oh wow. Okay, that's okay though. Arpan, all he has to do is now just rotate back to his poison, or he has a zap in hand. Like, there really is not much Mehudi can do to get out of this. 41 HP left. Arpan just has to place the poison down, and there we go, 3-0. A 3-0 sweep with all three games being 3-crown victories. I don't think we've seen that in the Premiership yet so far. Correct me if I'm wrong, Angie, but yeah, I think I'm correct in saying this. We have not seen a 3-0 sweep with three crown victories. Given one of the 3-crown victories is because one of the players may have DC'd because he didn't play a card for almost a minute. But that's okay. We've seen Arpan prove that he's the stuff of champions. Mehudi has made a couple of good deck changes and plays, but yeah, he still has to do a lot of homework before he hopes to defeat a Masters player like Arpan. And more on these games when you guys head back to the studio. I'm handing you guys back to Adi and Angela. So have fun. This has been Manoj Super Gola casting for you. Bye bye.
Welcome back, and yes, bye-bye Super Gola indeed. Super Excel Gola, I
Gola.
should say.
Fantastic caster though.
But yeah, I mean, I did catch a little bit of this match, and although I do not understand Clash
Yeah.
Royale, I did understand the one thing. Arpan had the advantage of an extra card there, and that extra card was called lag. Like,
Well, I gotta give you props for saying that because I mean, there's not much I can analyze about this game. First of all, it's very hard to get 3-crown victories in Clash Royale. And I think the first two games, Arpan really got that because we had a little bit of lag issues, like you mentioned, coming in from the magazine. Very unlucky for him, actually, because this Arpan actually shouldn't be winning these matchups so easily. He's already sitting on top of the leaderboard. This is basically where we have players like Deepak who really need to start bucking it up and getting it to the top. But talking about the picks in general, Arpan went very basic on this whole map of his. He just picked the Giant and the Dark Prince, which is one of his two favorite cards. He says he likes to play the Miner, though I hardly see him playing the Miner nowadays. That could also be the fact why when you speak about the bans, and when a card gets banned out, you have to really change the whole meta of how you're going to play the game. And that's exactly what Arpan did. He's got his few sorted decks that he uses for every match make. And in the last game, because that was the only game I actually saw them play properly, Deepak did play the Lava, but then again, it was against a Giant. And if you don't have a mini P.E.K.K.A at least defending against a Giant, he's basically going to just walk through everything and destroy. And that's exactly why Arpan took this game.
all right, and so that there you have it. Arpan sitting pretty on the top of
Yeah,
the
he's right
Masters
on
League
top,
for
man.
Clash Royale. So we'll take a short break, and we'll be back with some Counter-Strike Go action after this.